welcome, good afternoon. It is Sunday, the 10th of July, and we are all excited in the Jacks house because it is the final of Euros. I sound as if I knew what I was talking about then, didn't I? Yeah, the final of the Euros, which is a year late, evidently. And England is in the final. Oh my word, I'm so excited. Last time England was in a final, for anybody that doesn't know, was 1966, 3 years before man walked on the moon. Or did he? 1966 was a fab year I was born. And year I was born and we won the World Cup. So yes. Ta-da. So I'm very, very excited. I've got my bunting. I should really have my flag. Bear with me. Ta-da. I've got my flag. It's a bit, it's a bit of a manky one, really. I don't know whether you can see. My grandsons, they normally get the flag. There's a couple in the kitchen and they're like, yay, that's broken. But God loves a try, doesn't he? Hey, I'm willing. Right, okay, so welcome. Come on in and come and join me. Yeah, come and join me on the couch. What have I got for you today besides silliness, overexcitement? I've got a finished object. Oh no, let's stop. Let me introduce myself first. How rude. Yes, let's start again. Welcome to my subscribers, people that have been here in the beginning. I love you. Know that you're still with me. And welcome, a very warm welcome to you new viewers, you new subscribers. My subscribers are going up, so thank you so much for your company, for coming and joining me, leaving me lovely comments, leaving me likes. So yes, thank you so much. And anybody that knows me knows that I don't do that because I'm really shy. I think it's a bit different when you're in your own home. You feel a bit more content, a bit more settled, a bit more confident. Now that sounds like I always talk to myself. I don't think I do. Perhaps I do. Right, what have I got for you today? No, I need to stop. This isn't going well. For anybody that's watching this for the first time. My name is Karen from Stitches and Jacks. I live in the northwest of England. From my accent, you'll be able to tell that I'm a southerner. I'm a good old-fashioned Essex girl. I don't know whether I've ever said that before. So I love Davina from Little Workroom Crafts because she's an Essex girl. So yeah, we're two Essex twins. Stitches and Jacks. Stitches because I do a variety of crafts, mainly knitting, double in crochet, quilting, a bit of, cross stitch. There was something else and it's gone. It's one of those days. I'm too excited. Now, my podcast, as I say, I would say that I'm if I had to label myself, I'm overexcited 50 something, 55-year-old woman. Oh, go on. What was I going to say? Oh my word. I'm going through the menopause. It's quite obvious, isn't it? Because I can't remember anything. My brain and my mouth are not always in gear. Right, you can find me. Where can you find me? You can find me on, obviously, YouTube, on the Stitches and Jacks. If you're watching, you've obviously found me. I'm on Instagram as Stitches and Jacks. And I'm on Ravelry, Stitches and Jacks. And I will hold my hands up here because I'm not the most confident Ravelry user. But I'm not the only one. I'm not saying anything against Ravelry, but that's, technology and myself. If I had ever thought that I would be able to do this, I wouldn't have believed it. My podcast is sort of split into sections, mainly sort of finished objects. I have my socks in a separate section because I'm taking part in the Rainbow Chronicles sock series this year. I'm not necessarily putting them on, but I'm just doing it on my own, my own little personal sort of nod to that. And I also have like a test knitting section. That's something that new that I've discovered this year, and I'm really enjoying that process. I think I've test knitted various socks, a cowl and a shawl, 2 shawls in fact. Yeah, fabulous. So I've got a whip. Yeah, you wait until you see that. You'll be pleased you tuned in. Then I've got a little bit of sharing the love, and I've got acquisitions. So this month it's just going to be a little bit different. I started off at the beginning of the month very well. I was thinking, I'll just do some little videos and I'll slot those in. I have got some. I've had a bit of a family situation. Everything's fine. Everybody's fine. Well, we're sorting it. It's not myself or my husband. I think, yeah, when you have had children and your children get to a certain age, you kind of think, oh, that's it, job done. Don't have to worry about them anymore. That's not the case. So yeah, just sorting something out there. So sort of, yeah, not being able to do my knitting. Obviously time was a big factor, but also I just wasn't in the right frame of mind. So yeah, I'll put that to one side. I picked it up again. And also, yeah, I had something else with one of my best friends, oldest friends. That's her story. I'm not going to say anything, but yeah, really upset me. So I'm just trying to support her as much as possible. So yeah, that's the reason why I've been away. I'm back though. I'm in. I don't know. Am I in the groove? I don't know. I don't know what the lingo is. Not down with the kids. I just showed to see what type of episode this is going to be. Right, let's get on. Good morning, everybody. Oh, excuse me, I still sound a bit croaky and bunged up. Do apologise if I sound really snotty. I'm still suffering from a hay fever. And apologies for the dogs barking. We've got the Sunday bikers out. They go around the corner here and sort of call back if there's a car coming, then the dogs go mad barking. Right, back to the serious stuff. This is the cardigan that I've been working on, my Bellissima cardigan. So finished the other sleeve and I spent some time yesterday sewing it up, which takes so much more time than what you think. And now what I'm doing is I'm going to start to pick up on the front for the buttonholes. Now, the pattern tells you to, that would happen, wouldn't it? The pattern tells you to start from the top, middle of the neck and work all the way down. And then finish that side and then start from the neck and work all the way round. And I'm hoping that I can do it all in one piece. So I'll need a total of 195 plus 195 is 390 stitches, and I've got 150 centimetre cable. So I've marked significant points in the middle of the back, the tops of the sleeves, the front. So from the start of the sleeve to the front, so I've got that area, and then I've just been working. Let me just move you. Sorry, it all curls over stocking stitch, doesn't it? And then from the point where you started to decrease at the front to go down, and I think I've got to put 87 stitches. Pick up 87 stitches here. So I've got about 8 of these in. So I know that I've got to pick up 11 stitches in each section. So that's what I'm aiming to do. Let's see if we can do that. You might also notice that I've got quite a lot of ends still in my work. I have sewed everything in, but I was watching Trudy Myrtle, and she was saying that when you block your garment, sew your ends in, block your garment, and then it should kind of knit together and then snip them off. So I'm going to give that a tip. And this piece here is just where there was like, you know, when you get one of those odd things in the yarn, I think where the yarn's broken or something. So I thought, right, okay, I'm just going to leave that there. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do today. So I thought I'd just share that with you guys. Right, this is the front part. I didn't show you how I work it out. I don't know if this is right, but I would put where the sleeve is and where I started for the decrease. So to get my 52 stitches in that, so I don't stretch it too much. It's like like would for dressmaking, where you're perhaps setting in a sleeve. That's what we would do. If you've got an easier method, you know, or a different method, yeah, let me know in the comments below, and I'd always be interested just to see how that would go. Let me just finish this and I'll come back to you and show you. Oh, sorry. Right. I put all my markers in now, all the way along. I know roughly, I think it says 87 stitches from this point to this point. So from the bottom of the cardigan to where you start decreasing, it's got to be 87. And then from here, all the way along. And I've done the other side as well. So let's see if I can do it. But you'll see now, I've managed to get it all on one needle. It's a 150 centimetre cable. And I've put all my, picked up all my stitches, but I've kept my stitch markers in. And I do tend to do that when I do a band, just because sometimes I've got the right amount of stitches between each stitch marker. Sometimes I might have too many, and sometimes I might have a few. I might be 1 or 2 stitches out or over. So I just sort that out when I next go round. So yeah, that's what I do. If you have got a different method, or a better method, or easier method, quicker method, let me know. Hello and welcome. Welcome to Stitches and Jacks. Guess what I'm wearing? Guess what I'm wearing? My second finished garment of the year. My first cardigan, whatever you call it. Let me step back and show you. To say I'm pleased is an understatement. Ta-da. Yeah, really happy with it. So yay! This is number 2 off my Make 9 list. So yes, very happy. Yeah. So yeah, I can do it. I can make a jumper and I can make a cardigan for myself. Yeah, so what can I say about this? It was knitted in pieces. I'll tell you what, shall I go and sit on the couch and then we can have a good chat? Yeah, that's a better idea, much better idea, isn't it? I'd just like to say it is Sunday, is it the 10th? 10th of July, should be engraved in here really, because it is the Euros today and England are playing Italy. So you can tell how excited I am. Last time England was in the final was the year I was born. I was going to say 1955 then. No, it wasn't. It was 1966. It's 55 years since. So yeah, very patriotic today. But I won't be wearing this when I'm watching the football because it'll be too hot. I'm already getting too hot. Right, finished objects. I'm going to talk about my cardigan. My first cardigan that I've made, but my second garment of the year already. So I'm really pleased and proud. Yeah, I can say I'm proud of myself. I've managed to do it. I think I will have already put some footage in of, well, doing a bit of a twirl, I think, and a little bit of how I put the cardigan together and the button band. So I was working on this cardigan. So this is from the it's a Stylecraft sort of little promotional magazine, I think. Yeah. Oops. So that's it there in all its glory. I went to Blackcheap Walls. Is my sort of favourite wool shop to go to. That's the nearest to me, and I think they were having like a Stylecraft sort of weekend like launch. I think they were launching Bambino and Bellissima yarns, which this is what this is supposed to be knitted in. But for some reason I decided I was going to do the swatch, but I was going to knit the sleeve, and I got in the right pickle, undid it and put it away, and then I got the yarn out because it was beautiful. It's acrylic, and I made my Whitmore in that, which I absolutely love. I adore it, and I've worn that quite a few times. So this is a pattern is for an acrylic yarn for the Bambino, but what did I go and do? I went, let me just pretend to have the label on the yarn. I wanted a red cardigan. I didn't have one in my wardrobe, and when I went out with the girls the other May, I think it was, I saw this. This is the Sublime Sublime Baby Cashmere Merino Silk DK. So that's what I decided to knit my cardigan in, which if you see me twirling, you'll see the colour. So that is 75% extra fine merino, 20% silk and 5% cashmere. And it's beautiful. It really is beautiful. It's beautiful to touch. And it was beautiful, really beautiful to knit with. So this cardigan was knitted flat, knitted in pieces. And prior to me sort of making a garment for myself, I've knitted a lot of baby knitting, baby sort of garments, various things. And when I first started last August, I said that I wasn't a very confident knitter. What I had completely misunderstood was that even though I was making a small garment, I was still learning all those skills, whether it was knitting it flat, learning how to sew it up, and I could transpose a lot of those skills that I had made on these smaller garments to a bigger garment. So now, hey, I'm away. I'm really, really pleased. It's so soft, so beautiful and soft. Let me just, that's a rip. I don't know what this is called. It's some kind of, what is it, a raglan? There. But I've sewn that up as it is stated in the pattern. The photography is quite clever, I think. I think if I'd have sat down, I could have worked out how to do. I like the raglan where you can really see it and you can see that join, and I think that's quite neat. I think this does look a bit messy, but that's part of the pattern. That's how it is. I've done it. So yeah, I've got there's a little bit of detail on the where the front and the back meet. So yes, beautiful. And I've got the rib. I think I did a twisted rib. Yeah. So it's lovely. It really is lovely, and I'm really, really pleased with it. I'm really proud of it. I wouldn't say that the pattern is very size inclusive. I'm quite happy to tell you what size I did, if I can remember. 1, 2, 3. I think I did the last size, the 40 to 42. No, I didn't. I think I did the 38 to 40. I'm 40. I think I'm 41 and a half bust. And it goes up to a 40 to 42 inch, and that is 102 to 107 centimetres. So yeah, so that's lovely. There is a button band on it. I did decide that I only wanted one button if I was going to do it up at all. I can't find my buttonhole now. But there is a buttonhole on there somewhere. Oh, there it is. I've got my thumb on it. So my buttonhole is there. So I just did mattress stitch to bring it all together, and I'm really pleased with all my seaming and everything. And as Mary Wallen said, it is the fashion now to put, to have everything in the round. But she said, well, if you can do mattress stitch, she said you understand sort of garment structure so much. And I know that Fruity Knitting, Andrea from Fruity Knitting, she always she doesn't do mattress stitch, but she does, I think it's called whip stitch, isn't it, where you go over it. She feels that the garment has a better structure than being in the round, but I don't know, I'll see. My jumper was in the round and this was flat, so I can have a comparison if I make a jumper bottom up. That's what I was trying to say. So I also went against convention. Everything is on the circular needles now, and I used my Knit Pro Wooden Symphony needles. Yeah, and I just really enjoyed it, and I think it's quite nice to be able to have a project that perhaps you're using needles, perhaps you're flat needles, straight needles. That's what I mean, straight needles. DPNs in the round, magic loop kind of thing, and then perhaps it's easier on your wrists and your neck and your back. So I have just broken into one ball of that. So I don't quite know what I'm going to do with that. But yes, very pleased, very, very pleased. And it was the shade Lolly 558, and I'll put that down in the notes below. Whips, my whips. I'm going to, now this is one cardigan, I'm on to another one, and I think I showed you this was on my list to do, and it's the Dolly cardigan by Trudy Myrtle. Well, it just looks beautiful. Really lovely, really lovely. I think that I had shown you, yes, that's right, I had shared with you. That was my swatch. I learnt by last time, I think that did it last time as well. So that's my swatch, and I had intended to make it in the cream because I just thought cream would go with more things, but since then I've changed my mind. I was knitting it in the Rowan Superfine Merino. So this is what that's the yarn. That's since been discontinued. That's why I was able to get it in a sale, and I think I bought it in a sale in 2018, 2019. I'm not 100% sure. I have to check my notes. So I've changed my mind. Let me just, I'll put this on my lap and I'll bring you over and you can have a look while I have a rummage. Let's see, hopefully I don't get too close. Right. Right, this is how I store my yarn. I just have these plastic crates and put them in there. So this is my crate of the Rowan Superfine. So that was a cream that I was going to make it in, and that was sort of my sensible choice. I think I have this is beautiful, look at that colour. But I think I have that earmarked for something else. But the colour that I was really drawn to is this, is the teal. And I have got 400 grams. 400 grams. I just need to work out what I'm going to do my colour work in. I need 2 colours. So I will choose those, but I've got a variety of sort of 1 one ball, so I'll work that out. Right, I've started. Don't look. There's not a lot for you to look at. I've started on the rib, so I cast that on, and I'm really pleased. It's a one by one rib. So I'm just working. So it's going to be top down the cardigan, and I'm just working. Started on my short rows. I think this might be, it's going to take me a while to do this, and the reason being is I've just realised that it is Fred, my middle grandson's birthday. Not this week coming, the week after, and there's a couple of things I would like to make for him, so I probably will put that to one side, and then I'll come back after he's had his birthday and start on that. I'm quite happy with that. I'm in no rush to get these things sort of off my list. I've got a little bit more cast on than what I would normally like, but hey ho, that's the way it is, and I do like to give the boys something handmade for the birthdays, and that's what's most important. So that's where I'm up to with my whips. Test knitting socks. So this last month I have been working on the Scoosh socks. That's the toe up version by Shutter Monkey, and it's using DPNs. So yes, I have been working on these beauties. Change them over. So lovely. And this yarn is West Yorkshire Spinners, and I should have looked up what it is. 06847 0351, but that's what it is. It's a 4-ply. It's 400 meters, 437 yards, 75% wool, 25% nylon. So, and these were beautiful. So I did the size 64, and I used a 2.25 double pointed needle. And I would say it's a really good pattern. It is a really good pattern. It's really well written, and then just shows you all the way through what to do. You knit your socks on, use 3 needles, which is what I tend to use anyway. She's very clear on her abbreviations. She tells you throughout the pattern where you are, how many stitches you're supposed to have on each needle, so you don't lose your place at all. She has photographs for you as well. She also has where you do the heel turn. The setup has a picture, and you go on to 4 needles, and it's really clearly written and labelled. And I have never knitted a pair of socks toe up using a cable needle, so yeah, dead easy. The only thing I would say is that I think that I would prefer a longer needle, just because I know that a lot of people say DPNs, you're all sort of fingers and thumbs, and I think you are. I think that's true. But I would start off with slightly longer needle. So I've ordered some, they've arrived. And I think I've got toe up sock again to do a test knit for her. But yeah, beautiful, absolutely beautiful. And I love these. So these are gorgeous. I think I've showed you 2 or 3 pairs of socks that I've knitted using West Yorkshire Spinners, and I've fallen in love with them again. I'm not sure if these will be a bit more hardy than the Indie Dyed sock yarn, but yeah, really like these. So I've done a heel flap and gusset, a 1x1 twisted rib on the cuff, and then a normal toe. So yeah, Lovely, really, really lovely, lovely knit. Yeah, pattern was brilliant, really brilliant, and I would recommend that. So this is the pattern. It's in black and white. So it's a Scoosh socks. And I think Scoosh in Scottish means quick or easy, and that's the picture on a pattern. So yeah, go over and have a look at those. So I have right there. So I've got my cuff down ones, which were these, and then these are my toe up. So you can see, yeah, comparison. So really pleased with that. So I should have put this in with the other sock section, but it doesn't matter, does it? You're not going to tell me off. No knitting police here. And do you know what? I don't care. So I'm going to be testing the Spring Garden socks for Amanda, and for the rain I'm going to do a test knit. That's why I've left it till last. I'm doing a test knit, but this is going to be my entry for the Rainbow Sock Chronicles, and so for this month it is blue. So this is my my skein of yarn. This is by Mr. and Mrs. Rabbits, who I just adore, and it's the Bridgerton Sisters. It's a mystery sock club, and this was from March. Can you see the details there? So it's a deluxe high twist merino sock yarn, 80% extra fine superwash merino, 20% nylon, and it's 365 meters for 100 gram. So I'm just going to use the blue, and then I'll take the green out and I'll put that with my minis. And I haven't got a good enough pattern. I don't know quite what happened to my printer there, but yeah, that's a sock. It's a mystery. So yeah, so that's where I'm up to with those, and hopefully you'll have seen a bit of footage and some photographs and things as well with those. Good morning. It's Saturday, the 12th of June, the Queen's official birthday today, so very appropriately I'm working on my socks. I think these are called the Flyby socks. So this is my second sock. I have completed the first sock, but I haven't, for some reason I didn't do the Kitchener stitch straight away, but it's there. Got to see that. So I did a heel flap and gusset as well, and I really like them. I think you'll certainly be able to see me coming. So I'm just sitting here quietly. Got my cup of tea, my pound mug that my daughter bought me about, it says there 2016, 5 years ago, when she was 90. I normally have my morning cup of tea, raise the mug to the Queen, and think of my daughter and how lovely she is for thinking of me. So yeah, so I'm just going to sit here quietly. I'm in my 90s, that's why you don't see my face, and going to be putting some stripes on here. So hopefully I'll get through to the heel, yeah, on the blue. So my second pair of socks that I would like to share with you are my vanilla socks that I started earlier in the year. I can't remember quite when I started these. Since I've been podcasting, I've been really bad at keeping the dates of things, but they're finished. These are finished, and these are by. Well, let me show you the socks first of all. Let me show you. There's one. There's two. And this is my very first pair of vanilla socks that I've knitted myself without looking at a pattern. So the yarn That's what it's like caked up. So it's very patriotic, and I was knitting on these when it was the Queen's birthday. Yeah. Let's have a look. So I've got, that's the label. So that's the label. It's Dragon Hill Studios, and the colourway is Fly Past for the red arrows. So again, I just did cuff down on my DPNs. No, they're not in here, I've already taken them. It'll be 2.25 on the DPNs. A heel flap and gusset. So I quite like the way that that has worked out. Here it's a sheer fluke, yes. And then down here, and this is just like a normal toe with Kitchener, and I can do Kitchener now without having to look at anything. So these will be on my feet tonight. I'll be saying, come on England. I must admit the red is more of a raspberry tinge than red, but yeah, lovely, absolutely lovely. So I am chuffed to bits with those. So that is a pair of needles, a pair of socks rather, sorry, that's off my needles. See? Love her. It's Wednesday here. No, it's not Wednesday, it's Monday. I don't know what day of the week it is. I'll just come on to say hi while I look a bit decent. I'm going to try and do like a few little sort of vloggy bits for you, and just thought it might be nice just to share what kind of craft I was going to do or start or whatever. So I'm going to attempt to skein up my beautiful hand dyed sock yarn. It's so beautiful, look. It's just lovely. So these are going to be my June socks. I think we're halfway through June, so I need to get a move on with those, get them wound up and cast on. I was just looking for another pair of socks I cast on. Hold on. Oh, sorry, I thought I'd stopped it, but I hadn't. I'm so useless with technology. I'll put my face on because we're going to collect my youngest grandson from nursery, because we're having him overnight for the first time on his own without mum and dad, so yes. So cast on a second pair of socks, and I think I've got a bit of a sock obsession, so now I have 1, 2, 3. When I put that skein on, I'll have 4, so that's not good. So I'm using West Yorkshire Spinners. Look how pretty that is. And I am working on the Toe Up DPN socks by Amanda from Shuttle Monkey Designs. So I've done my toe. Ta-da. And now I'm working on the heel. So I'm going on the back. Look at that, how gorgeous is that? Do you know what this reminds me of? It reminds me when you're in, I don't know, somewhere like Italy or a really fancy like ice cream parlour, and you see all the different colours of the ice cream, and you think, oh, I'm just going to have one. Then you go in and you think, oh, I want a bit of that, bit of that, bit of that. Yeah, and I've had a bit of that. So yeah, so I'm really pleased with that. So I've gone from the bottom, casting on with the DPNs. So I'm thoroughly enjoying these. So that's that project, but I thought I really just want to wind this up and just see what this is going to be like. So I'll wind it up and show you. I've got my new Swift, which is the Knit Pro Swift, and it came all the way from America, which my husband bought it for me as a surprise. So I do try not to buy anything abroad, but it's just lovely, so I'm gonna give that a go. Oh, I can't show you winding my yarn because it fell off my sideboard, so I've got it set up in the kitchen, so I'll take you there. Right, back. Right, my skein of yarn, which I quite liked, kicked it up, and I really like it. Look at this. Look at that. Isn't that amazing? Amazing that I dyed this. I didn't know what I was doing. So yes, to say that I'm delighted with it is an understatement. Just stand there playing with it. Oh, look. Well, I'm not going to be dyeing yarn. I'd rather do the knitting part of that. So yes, so I will cast on a pair of socks maybe tomorrow. Be my delight. So yes. So had my dinner, been to the nursery, show my face through my mask, and I can pick him up. Yeah, on Fridays I'll be allowed. Oh, that is just so lovely. That is delicious. Look at that. So that's more on the turquoise, isn't it? The turquoise spectrum. Yeah, so I just need to finalise my pattern. I think it's going to be that one from Becky Norman. So I'm going to do that. So, speak to you soon. Right, my socks. Rainbow Chronicle socks for June. I decided that I was humming and hawing because the yarn, it was supposed to be turquoise, and the yarn that I had chosen at the beginning of the year, I was told it wasn't really turquoise, it was more an aqua, so, or more greeny. So I was just humming and hawing, and hopefully I will have inserted some pictures of hand-dyed yarn that I had been on a workshop at Black Sheep Walls, and had a lovely day with my daughter, who was heavily pregnant with Benjamin, our little one, and I hand-dyed some yarn. So hopefully you've enjoyed that footage. So this is what is left. Oh my word. Do you know what? It was an absolute joy to knit with this, and I just kept looking at it and kept thinking, oh my word, I can't believe that I dyed it. When I dyed it under instructions and step by step, I didn't just do it myself. So yes, so I found my yarn, and then I had to find my pattern. Now I just assumed that would be, as you can see there, I just assumed that would be a stripe. I don't know very much about indie dyed yarn and how they get everything. I tried a couple of patterns, didn't quite work, so I had to rip it back, and then I settled on this pattern, and it's I'm sure this is a free pattern, the After Party Socks by Becky Norman, and I think they're to be worked on a striped yarn. Well, mine weren't exactly stripes, but look how they came out. Well, now they look quite striped, but you can see. I'm really pleased with those. I think they're absolutely beautiful. Yeah, absolutely beautiful. In Becky's pattern, she doesn't include a heel or a toe. She leaves that for you to decide, but she does give you a couple of recommendations, so at least you've got some pointers of where to go. And it was a dead easy knit. It was, yeah, a few repeats, and I could do this in front of the TV. So yeah, it's just knitted up beautifully. So I just did a heel flap and gusset. That's what I was looking for. And then is it called a beanie? Is it called a beanie toe? And then my Kitchener stitch. I have been watching her for a little while, and I think I gave her a shout out last podcast. And she uses something like this. She takes, a picture, takes a template of your foot, and then she just has it marked at certain points. So yeah, this is the back of my shreddies. So yeah, I really like that idea. So I've been busy drawing around everybody's foot, so I think they do think I'm absolutely crackers. But yeah, that was really, really lovely. So I really want to go back on another workshop. I just missed out at Black Sheep Wool. They'd released all their classes, but I didn't get on there quick enough. So I knitted those on DPNs. They were cuffed down, and then my 2.25 needles. So yeah, lovely. The pattern was really good. Yeah, really, really clear. So I would definitely be using one of her patterns again. So that was yeah, a really good knits for me. The only thing I was going to say, and I was going to come on and say, oh, I failed and everything because I was late. I didn't finish them by the 30th of June. And then I'm thinking, no, give yourself a break. Okay, you said that you want to take part in this throughout the year and do your 12 socks a month. But I've kind of got sidetracked. I've been doing some test knitting for socks and a couple of vanilla knitting as well. So I have more than one pair of socks on my needle. And with everything that's been going on the last few weeks, I wasn't able to do anything. So yeah, give myself a break. Doesn't matter. I'm not interested in winning prizes and things. That's not what it's all about for me. But yeah, so I'm really happy with those. Right, I'm sorry if the angle of my camera has changed. Just because I knocked the camera over. Sharing the love. There's a couple of ladies I'd like to introduce you to if you don't already know. And one of them is Little Monkeys and Me. Really lovely, lovely lady. She is Chilean, lives in America. She's a homeschool mum. She does a variety of crafts, but at the moment it's mainly sort of knitting. She started, I think, the last day of December, 31st of December last year, and I think she's got 8 up. So I think I've watched 7 and 8, and then I've gone back and watched 1 and 2. So I've got a few more that I can just binge watch on. That's what I like to do. When I find somebody, I'll watch their sort of latest podcast, or if it's recommended, and then I'll go back and watch them from the beginning. So yeah, go and have a look at Little Monkeys and Me. And through watching her today, she's doing a make along. Hopefully I've got this right. Knitting. It's a Cal, and it's knitting across the pond. And that's being run alongside my friend, the lovely Ruth from Ruth Loves to Knit, and it's all about making shawls. It started on the 1st of July, and you've got plenty of time. I don't think there's many rules. It's the 1st of July, and it finishes the 30th of September, and you can, if you've already got something started, as long as it's no more than 25%, you can enter it into that. You can double dip and whatever. And it could be 1 skein, 2 skein, as many skeins as you want. And you can enter it as many times as you want. And I think both the girls have got fabulous prizes. And depending on, I think they're going to pick a winner each. But don't quote me on that. And I know they're going to be sending out from where they are. So I think to sort of cut down on the postage, I think, just make it a bit fairer. And then I've been recommended Magda Knits, and the reason being I sort of picked this lady is because I think they're both knitting the Humblebee shawl, and I'm going to be entering this. And if you can see, there's little bees on here, and this is from a pattern from Fibre Tales. Now I came across this pattern because I follow Penrose Knits, and she had put a picture on it, and I was like, oh my word, that's lovely. And I know a friend who'd really like this pattern, so I sent it to Dawn from Dawn's Days, and we were going to have like an autumn, you know, just between us, and we were just going to knit it together. And then Ruth came up with this idea for a cow, so Jeanette from Crafty Clay, she's knitting this as well. But I'm going to come back and talk to you about that later. I don't want it to be too long. I'm trying so hard not to. So yeah, go and have a look. What have I been buying? What have I been buying? I've been fairly good, I think, by my standards. I've used a lot of stash, and I was doing really well until Yorkshire Yarn Fest, the end of May, and I bought one skein, and then that was it. I lost all self-control. So I've got a little video. They have a theme like each month, and it was for wisteria, which I absolutely love. I think they're beautiful, and I have dreams, visions of having them all, you know, cascading everywhere outside. They would be lovely. I have one. Which isn't doing too well because my husband thought that he had to cut it way down, but you don't. So it's the smallest one. But I've got a little video that I'm going to insert just because I thought it was quite interesting to me when these skeins came, just to see the difference. So hopefully you'll enjoy that video. Hello. I thought I'd just come on, and I'm just about to, well, have a bit of a cast on. I'm not having a party, I'm going to have a cast on. I'm going to control myself. But one thing, well, a bit of a confession, but also I just wanted to show you something, if it would be of interest to you. Yorkshire Yarn Fest, I think it's been going since last year, you know, with lockdown, and they're having it virtually online. So in May, and they normally have a colour theme, colourway, and it was wisteria, which for those of you who don't know is a plant that grows up on the wall and has these absolutely beautiful like droplets, and normally they're sort of lilac or white, and the lovely green leaves, and I have been trying to be very good this year, so this is why it's a bit of a confession, a real confession. And I was fine until I ordered my one skein, and then I kind of lost all self-control. So bearing in mind, these are all from Indie Dyers, it's all wisteria, and it's their interpretation. I thought it might be quite interesting to share this with you. So this is from the Dotty Wool Company, which are based in Belfast in Ireland, and all the weights are going to be fingering weight. So this is a sock set, and I think this colour matches a wisteria sort of perfectly. Look at that, isn't that beautiful? Really, really lovely, and that's the label, and that's her logo. So beautiful. So I think this was the first one that I ordered, and then no, I think this was the first one. This is from Beehive Yarns, and again this is called Wisteria Waterfall, and it's on the Audrey base, which is 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon, and it's 100 grams, 425 meters. And this is wisteria, and again this is beautiful, absolutely beautiful. So that's her label. Is it going to focus? Oh, let's hide my face. Am I moving this too much? And that's her website. It's like her logo, like an Audrey Hepburn look. And then I went, and I've never had any yarn from either of those companies, and I have had some yarn from, this is from Ted's Knits, and this is called a Wisteria sock set. So I ordered this. Look at those, absolutely beautiful, stunning. And again, this merino nylon, 75-25. And then I ordered from Snuggly Stars, which I have used her yarners before, and which is beautiful. This is Wisteria, and this is 75%, 25 finger in weights. So look at all her different colours as well. So that's a label. That's the details. Is that focused? Hopefully. So I'll just try and pick these up and show you. So they're similar but different. Now it's going to be harder to pick them up. So there they are. There's the 4 skeins that I bought. Can you see those? Yeah, see those properly without me showing you. Let me get my face in the camera. So I just thought that was an interesting comparison. And then I'm still out of control. I ordered some mini skeins. So these are from Beehive Yarns, and this is the Wisteria palette. So I had this full skein, and this is my mini skeins. So you can see there all the beautiful colours that you would see, you know, Wisteria. So yeah, this is Beehive Yarns. I hadn't finished though. This has just arrived today, and I was absolutely convinced that I'd already had that, but I'd got my Beehive Yarns. Plus I bought one for my daughter for her birthday, and I put it away, and that's why. So this is from Botanical Yarns, and she has some beautiful, beautiful yarns. So that's her Wisteria colourway. So similar, but different, and on the same, yeah, on the same base, full ply, 75, 25. So yeah, so lovely. And then our giveaway. I've had so many new subscribers, and I had it, like last episode I announced a giveaway. And the reason I wanted to do it was because I had, so as I say, so many new subscribers and so many lovely comments from all of you that I thought, at the back of my mind, oh, when I get to 500, I'll do a giveaway, you know, just to say thank you and give something back. And one of the things I found that I really like to do is gift a pattern. And as a knitter or crafter, a pattern of any kind is always welcome and always, yeah, gratefully received. I think I love gifting them, and I also like getting them as well. And I've had a few friends that have gifted me patterns as a surprise or for my birthday, which was really nice. So I've run this. The only thing I didn't think of was to say how long it was going to run for. So on the 12th of June, I said it was going to be 2 pattern giveaways. So there was two chances to be able to do that. And all I asked, I didn't want you to subscribe. Obviously, if you haven't and you wanted to, then that would be lovely. And if you still would like to subscribe, then that would be lovely. But this was about me giving you the opportunity to just say, oh, that would be nice, thank you very much. So the question was, what do you like to make? And it really interesting, really varied. I had lady in Texas, triangular shawl, somebody else in Lincolnshire, that's Elaine, she likes to knit, crochet, patchwork, quilts, dressmakes. There was a new subscriber from Cape Town. She's into her socks. It's not socks. She likes to knit and she's learning to crochet. So well done. That's Rosemary. Wild Cottage in Ireland. She enjoys knitting and crocheting. Her videos, podcasts are really good. So go and have a look. Yeah, go and have a look at her and see what she's doing. Who else have we got? Oh, Broadstairs. I remember that well. Penelope, she's dressmaking, spinning, and she has a passion for quilting. lots of you knitting, crocheting, cross stitching, embroidering. There's one that's junk journaling, ink sketching. Now, is that the ink that you see in the in the books? That I love ink pictures. I think they're really, really interesting. Jane from the Northwest, she's into knitting and crocheting. So yeah, hi Jane. Where else have we got? Yeah, lots of hand sewing. So we have another lady, and she's actually one of the winners. She does crepe paper flowers. So yes, so let me just let you know who the winners are. I will leave these people. Well, no, you're going to have to contact me. So this is open for 2 weeks after my video goes up, and then if nobody has claimed it, then I'll put it back in. So it's a pattern of your choice up to the value of sort of £5. Yeah. So it's Sam from North Devon, who likes to crochet, sew and knit. So congratulations. So you're our first winner. So give me a message and I'll see if I can sort that out for you. Oh, excuse me, I've got itchy nose. My hay fever's starting again. And then the second lady is from Southeast Texas. That's just blown my mind that somebody in Texas is watching me. So hello, welcome, and thank you for your company. And also to Sam, thank you for your company and for joining me as well. Joining all of us who are here. So she's into crochet, she just started knitting, and is a soap maker. So I think it's Aisha, it's Aisha. So leave me a message. Leave me a message. I've got my email address put on the screen, and send me an email, and then I can get those sent off to you. And it doesn't matter whether you're on Ravelry. I can always buy the pattern and I could email it to you, and then I will delete the pattern, and I'll do it that way. So that was exciting. Right, you'll have to forgive me, I'm getting a bit hot. After speaking to you all last time, I realised how noisy the road was. Did I do it on a Tuesday or a Wednesday? I think I'd just been to have my COVID injection. So yes, I decided to keep the door closed today. So hopefully you can hear me okay. I've got I seem to always have a huge glass when I'm talking to you. I don't normally talk. So I don't normally drink out of large glasses. But this is my patriotic glass. So cheers. So that's vodka in there. No, it isn't. It's water. It's water. There was me hoping that I was going to keep it short and sweet and not too long. And yes, it's going to be short and sweet because Mr. Jacks has just called me for my tea. We are going to be watching the football tonight. My daughter's coming with the two boys. The eldest is really into his football, heavily into his football. He's going to football camp in the summer holidays and doing lots of different sports as well. So that'll be really interesting. So we'll see if they stay awake. The little one won't. He'll be asleep within half an hour if it's starting. He comes 6 o'clock, he's tired and just goes to bed. He's amazing. My eldest, he fell asleep about 5 minutes before Harry Kane scored the goal on, was it Wednesday? So we'll be looking forward to that tonight. And then I just have another bit of news, which is a really good news. And really lifted us as a family. And that is my stepson, my husband's son, has just announced that they're expecting a baby, and it's their first baby. So we were like, yay! We were just so delighted. We didn't see that coming. They just bought a house, the first house in December. So they're busy sort of doing that up. But yes. So we were chuffed to bits when they told us, and the baby is supposed to be born. I still keep laughing. Christmas Eve, so that's not good planning. But yeah, we're really, really excited, and we found out yesterday what the gender of the baby is going to be. And we have, for anybody that's new, I have 3 grandsons, which I'm more than happy to waffle on about for anybody that will listen to me. So we're having another one. We're having 4. Well, having 1 baby, 1 new baby, but 4 grandsons. And my stepson's girlfriend, her sister had a baby last year, a boy. So we've now when the new baby comes, we'll be able to have a five-a-side football team. So there'll be more knitting, more knitting. So that's all my news for me. I hope that since I've seen you last, since we've been together, that you're all okay, that you're dealing with everything that's coming along, the new restrictions that are going to be lifted, or the restrictions that are going to be lifted, and coping with going out. And speaking to my friends and us as a family, we're kind of not really going to do anything different. We had my stepson home last weekend. He celebrated his 30th. He was 30 in June, but we just decorated the table and we got him a cake, and then he said it had his news, and it was just lovely to have all my kids home round the table and for us just to have a meal as a family. And we've not seen him since December 2019. So long time. He lives in Hampshire, which is the other end of the country to us, down south, but we keep in touch, phone and video and whatever, but it's not the same as being in the same room and just having a hug. And yeah, amazing. So I hope that you're all okay, you're not worrying too much, that you keep crafting and make sure you keep yourself safe and keep others safe. So on that note, I better go, otherwise my dinner will be fed to the dogs. They'll be really pleased. And good luck for tonight. Oh, I'm not a big football fan, but a couple of years ago my husband said to me, I'm going. My husband said to me, I've got nobody to watch football with. He's not a big football fan, but he likes the big games. So I've been watching it with it. And do you know what? It's actually okay once you get into it. Even though if I say, I could run faster than that, if you're going to pay me £1 million, I'll be running down that pitch scoring a goal. Think about all the yarn I could buy. So on that note, my lovelies, I'm going to say goodbye, and I look forward to seeing you soon. And it will be soon. I've got a couple of things planned, so hopefully that'll all come to fruition. Yeah, okay.